It is another Saturday. How y'all doing? Oh, I can't see with these glasses on. I'm back. I told you I'll be back on next Saturday. I sure did, and I'm back. Okay. Now you know, half the time I don't know what I'm doing. So y'all pray for me that we be okay. All right. I got my cup. Today my cup says, hope y'all doing okay. Hope y'all had a good 7 days. Was it 7 days? Last Saturday. It's like it's too close. All right, now, here's what I thought we were going to do. Hope y'all doing good, though. Hope you guys are doing good. I am doing great. I'm loving everything about Texas, and suffered 104. Who has 104? He 111. Crazy, but you know, hey, you take the good with the bad, and here we have it. Today, I thought, you know what? Since I'm back on Saturday, this is what I'm going to do. First of all, those of you who don't know why my breathing is like it is, I think it was back in 2020 or 2019. Back at the beginning of the videos, I did do a video about why my breathing is the way it is. Surgery, okay? Surgery did it. And I can't disclose the hospital name because in the lawsuit you couldn't. I said I wouldn't do it, but I tell you this, it has 6 capital letters in it, and they don't have one in Texas, so you do the math. Starts with a K, okay? There you have it. And I didn't say your name, so don't try and sue me, Mr. Hospital. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to, that was what I wanted to address early on because I know people said, is she okay? She breathing bad. Mama, easy, Lord. I'm okay. Just the way I breathe, and I thank God I can breathe. Pretty much that's bottom line. Right? Thank God I can breathe. I could have been dead and gone, and I could have been with a trach in my throat. So I'm going to read comments, and I'm going to try and answer the comments in a way that I don't have to wait 2 months and y'all done went on, figured out how, another way to work it out. And you asked me and I didn't answer you back. So this is what I'm gonna do. I got my trusty old laptop with my 4 eyes. We're gonna read some comments. Okay, so the first one says, Mommy, thank you so much. I need to hear this. I'm not going to say I'm sick. I'm going to say I'm healing and recovering. And nothing but negativity has been coming my way. But I know God has me covered. It's a blessing. And every lesson in God would wake me up if He wasn't finished with me or my purpose. I thank God for you to speak through and have a blessed and amazing day. Hope to meet you one day. Okay, I don't know. Your name is Jalen Neese. I'm not going to try to pronounce the names out. I'm going to mess it up. But your comment was the question and the answer. I'm healing and recovering. The negativity hasn't come my way, but I know God has me covered. That's it. No. You know the negativity is coming your way, and you know God's going to handle it for you. That's it. That's all we can do is wait on the Lord to fix it. Good comment. Glad you came by to say hello. Another one. God, I know I'm not the same, but you knew that I would change, and I think that you're trying to tell me it's okay. I did reply back to you. I don't know what I said. Oh, I put it's okay. Okay. I'm not going to read all the comments because then I'll be on here for 30 minutes. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Sparky Spark. You're the mother of great people. Only that you're our leaders is a respectful thing. I think you spoke okay. Thank you for your comments. Sparky Sparks. Okay, Kaylin. Thanks, Mom Easy. I need to hear this. It's been a tough year, especially after becoming a new mother. Thanks for giving me hope to continue to trust God, and God keep moving even when I fall. It's kind of stuck to me because as a mother, a new mother too, sometimes that we have to fall back on nothing else but God. I don't know if the dad's with you, with the baby, or if you by yourself, a young single mother. I'm praying for you that God will give you what you need to be a great mother, raise your child in church. That's one thing I can tell you to do, because you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong when you teach your child about God first. I don't know if I told this story. Now, try and put examples when I'm talking to the comments, when I'm talking to you guys about the comments. But it was a story that when I used to be a Sunday school teacher in church, and this lady was bringing her grandkids to Sunday school, but she would never stay at church, but she'd drop her grandkids off. And she was telling me a story about how her daughter and a friend they were swimming in, the girl was in the lake. They both were in the lake, and the girl drowned. And she said, the mother asked her daughter, why didn't you try to save my daughter? And the girl said, I was trying to save myself. And she said, did you say anything to my daughter? And she said, no, I was praying. And she said, what did my daughter say? Did she say anything to you when she was, what was she said? She called my name. And the girl said, she was screaming, your name. And she had said, something about the girl was told the mother that I couldn't help your daughter. I was too busy praying or something like that. She was telling her that when the young lady was screaming her mama name, and she was calling on Jesus. So it's very important that we teach our kids about God. You never know when they're not going to be around you, and they'll know how to call upon God. It's very important. So I pray you strength. You've been a new mother. It's been a tough year. I pray that God will guide you and send you help. But keep your child in church. Find you a good church base, Bible base, that you can go to. Let me see. Thank you, Purple Kitten, for your comments. People who said they need to hear this morning, thank God for that. Someone, I don't know how to say this name, Capit, Mamizi's. A while back, my grandma had thyroid issues, and she had to get a surgery. And while she was getting the operation, they had to exit it with her vocal cord. She was unable to talk for a while. And through a lot of therapy and medicine, she ended up talking, and she sounded a lot like you. I know you mentioned your situation in the past. It's been a while, so I exactly recall. But anyway, my grandma passed almost 2 years ago. Wow. She suffered cancer, and I think it stemmed from stress due to what she went through after her initial thyroid incident. Or maybe it was bound to happen anyway, but you made me think of her. You made me happy. You didn't need to say that. God bless you. God bless you also. I know loss of a grandmother. It's difficult. I lost family members, but I don't know. I don't remember my grandma. But I'm praying for you that God will cover your heart. Cover your heart. And thyroid is serious. It's serious. It could have took me out. Thank God I'm still here, but you said your grandmother died from cancer, and the stress due to what she had to go through. God can only be the one that can say why someone died and why God took them and what they died from. And I had a sister. My sister was bona fide church singer, would sing the real Papa churches, and would go out and help so many people, missionary, without license. She didn't need no license. She did what she had to do to help people, and she died of cancer. And she had two young kids at the time, but she died. God took her. So sometimes we don't know how long we're going to be here. So you thank God for the time you had to spend with your grandma and the things that she taught you. And you take this opportunity just to make sure that, I'm sure she had time to get it right with God, or she was already right with God, and that was just her time. So thank God for the time you had with your grandma. I'm praying for you that you will be okay. And yes, Carmela, I'm joining Texas. Yes, I am. Okay. Let me go on. I need to make sure I probably take the ones I'm going to talk about and write them down. Thank you for saying you like the hair color. Okay, Clark. I saw, hey, Clark. I met Clark at DreamCon. She was part of the gang hanging around, and they was walking through, and so she was with some bros. And happy birthday, Clark, for your birthday that passed. Clark is a family, but she don't know she family. She don't know it. My daddy's name was Clark. His last name was Clark. I'm actually a Clark. My maiden name is Clark. So she's still family. Anyway, thank you for coming to my channel. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, it was nice meeting you. I'm easy. Oh, Babe, somebody. Babe, C-O-N-C-H. I don't want to say Babe Couch. That's not your name. So, I genuinely felt the love of a mother, and I haven't felt that in a long time. Thank you for being such a wonderful woman of God and kind-hearted. You're welcome. You're welcome. I try my best. I don't left my channel. Gotta go back. I try my best to be a good mama, a good woman of God. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all this. When my kids were small, my sister, like I said, was a singer, and I could not sing. I could sing in a group, but I could not sing solo. So I thought that my job that God gave me was to be a good mother. So I pride myself on being a good mother. And I think I did a good job. I think I did it's all right job. So, because I didn't know what else I was supposed to be doing. I thought I had no talent. Like, Lord, you didn't give me no talents. You gave my sister all the talents. I ain't got no talent, so I pride myself on being a good mama. Okay, God bless you. I'm easy. Blue hair lady. The blue hair lady. At DreamCon, I'm sure. Hello to everybody that passed through. Okay, now this is the one that really struck me. Dominique. Sometimes I question that. I guess you question what I had said. Okay. And you said I moved back to my hometown, North Carolina, in 2012. And I feel it's like I've been put there hell. And I feel like I've been put there hell. So I guess you meant put there in hell. I'm going to stop there because what got me was you moved back home in 2012 and you're writing me now. That's over a decade that you've been feeling like you've been in hell, okay? You said, I'm like, what did I do? Is this a lesson I'm supposed to be learning? Medical issues, mental depression, feeling like I can't talk to my parents or family about how I feel without getting offended or making it about them. I thought I would have been in a better place in my life, financially, personally, etc. Being a veteran, I have told my doctors, and they look at me okay. Look at me like, okay, see you next time, with no attempt to try to help. I feel lost on multiple levels. This struck me because of the timing that you put. 2012, that's a decade you've been dealing with this. So I had to really search you out in prayer and say, Lord, help me. What do I tell him? What do I tell him? Okay, first of all, Things I wrote down. Things I wrote down. First, about your parents. You said that your parents make it about them. I think as parents, sometimes we try to help our kids, and we're not like saying that what you're saying is not important. We want to try to say, well, it almost makes it seem like we're putting it on us, the reason why you're like you are. And then you start talking about your issues as a parent, what I did or what I didn't do. And it's not making it about them. It's about trying to help you to understand why you're the way you are. And that's not what you need at all. It's not what you need. So to change the way that they are and they're thinking, not going to happen. You can make them stop, but you can't make them not feel the way they feel, where they feel that they're helping you by seeing the things they do. Just excuse them on that. I do it myself. Excuse us. Okay, things you have to check on. We need to check on to help you. There's some things you have to do to help you, Dominique. Your music, your worship, your church, the people that you've been around, the things you've been doing, the words you speak. You're going to ask God, you're going to have to ask God to help you. And you're going to have to pray until these things change. And I'm going to repeat them again. You have a list of things you need to do. You have to change your music, the way you worship, find you a church, the people that you've been around, things you've been doing, the words that come out your mouth. You're going to have to change. And you have to ask God to help you. That's a long time to be dealing with medical issues, mental health, and depression, financial difficulties, and thinking that you should have been in a different place in your life. And you're going to have to find you some faith and trust God and believe that He's going to help you. And the faith that you're going to have to come from is the faith that it takes time to get. It doesn't happen overnight. So this is going to have to be a task for you. It really is. Because you have to find in your heart that God is who He say He is. And I don't know if you're a bona fide believer, but you're going to have to become one in order for you to get out of this situation that you're in. And that's you actually the last one that I said I was going to talk to today, because I knew that it would take everybody else going through here. Because I think I answered the girl about Lynn the loser. Why you call yourself Lynn the loser? Dominique, I'm sorry. I jumped from that to her. So you do that, and we're talking next Saturday. Now, Lynn the loser, what are your thoughts on depression? And I wrote you in that too. Because depression is not of God. But I left some songs. This is our song list that we're going to add. Because y'all need to get some. It's just two of y'all that I'm really concerned about this week. The one about depression and Dominique. I need you to add this to your playlist for sure. Last week we had Yet. And I want you to add Ty Tribbett, Love You Forever. And the next one this week will be Jireh, Elevation Worship. So those are the two songs. So we have Yet, and then we have Love You Forever by Ty Tribbett, and Jireh, Elevation Worship. Add those to your playlist so that when you feeling like you need to be depressed, are you having a mental day, a sad day, and you need to, sometimes all it takes is a little bit of worship to get you out of that place and trust God We have to find us a church home. We have to find a church home because it's the fueling station. It's where we go and get fuel for the week. It don't come from being at home. You have to go find you a church home. The Bible says that enter into his gates with thanksgiving. That means you got to enter somewhere, not your bedroom. You got to enter into a building and worship together. So let's find a church home. Let's do better. Let's find some worship. We have a special playlist, Mama Easy playlist. And we're going to add songs in there every week. And we're going to talk about what we got to talk about on Saturdays. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Bo been growling for the long. Bo, come here. Come here, Bo. Let y'all see how big Bo has gotten. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. He's so weird. Yeah. I started taking the DreamCon. But I thought, that Mark wouldn't let me have a dog at DreamCon. But I'm going to try him next time. And see, let me bring Bo to DreamCon and y'all can take pictures with Bo. Say bye-bye. Tell them bye. Everybody do good. And we'll see you. See the little ponytail? You have a ponytail. We'll see you next Saturday, okay? Bye-bye.